Hello, everybody. Thanks, everyone who give me wonderful birthday wishes. I so appreciate it. And I'm super excited to be here and to be sharing with you the real cause of up and down sales and how client attraction is an inside job, my friends. So, if you go around, of course, I would love to have you join me. If you catch this on the replay, I always want to know you're there and hear your thoughts and takeaways and aha moments. Okay, so I'm super passionate about this because this is what I know to be true. This is who I am, what I live and breathe. It's what I've been studying my whole life. So where you might be experiencing a little bit of, maybe disconnection in your business, perhaps you are getting some sales in, but you're noticing the types of clients that you're attracting just aren't the types of clients that really light you up, that you're excited and that are wanting to go as fast as you want to go, which of course results in less excitement to want to go sell again because you don't want to keep repeating that pattern of bringing in clients that you don't love working with. And maybe you've experienced those times where you have a little bit of a dry spell between sales periods. So all of this, I'm going to show you a different way to look at this, because what normally happens, and this is, I've been down this road with many different types of coaches and mentors. The most common thing to hear is that you need to change your marketing strategy. You need to change where you're posting. You need to change your copy. You need to change your messaging. You need to change your offer. And the problem with this is that all of those things are outside of you. And what is going on, why there's this up and down, and why you're attracting, clients that don't really light you up and like get you excited, is what is happening on the inside. It's not an outside fix. This is something that requires depth, because everything that is going on inside is showing up in your business. It's showing up in your marketing. No matter what you say, like whatever you write in your marketing, doesn't matter what the words are. What's coming through is what's actually going on the inside. So how to shift this is not, of course, the easy fix is just to think it's one of those, sort of superficial strategic outside strategies. This is still strategy, but it's a depth strategy versus what I would call maybe a superficial strategy. So instead of doing the superficial strategy, it's being willing to go deep, because what you think, feel, and believe about yourself affects everything. The types of clients that you're attracting, the types of programs that you're putting together, the fees that you are charging, or your rates for your programs, how much you're giving in your programs. And of course, obviously, it attracts the types of partners, the types of friends. Like, it's all a reflection of what's going on inside of you. So of course, that's going to, come through in your marketing and the types of clients that are drawn to your marketing. So my background is, I've been studying psychology and communication relationships for over 30 years. I've taught the university level. I've been doing transformational work for over 20 years. So this is something that, like I mentioned, I live and breathe this. This is what I am. So what I want to share with you is, again, like the need to go deep. And this is what I do with my clients, is we go in and look at, what is going on their internal, sort of messaging, what they think and believe about themselves, and then exploring, where did that come from? Because what happens is, this is coming from psychology, is there's parts of ourselves that we can't see ourselves. There's this part called the blind self, and another part called the unknown self. So these are parts, you get stuck in these patterns and you don't even know that you're doing it. It's just, that's the way that you learn to navigate, relationships when you were a child and the world as a child. And it became your default pattern. And until you start to be willing to see it in a different way, to like really uncover it and explore it and look at it, you'll keep repeating that same pattern, which is the pattern of, unsatisfying relationships, up and down sales, and high maintenance clients, among other things. But those are a few examples. So the cool thing about this is that point at, where you're with the right mentor, which is what I do with my clients, to see, where do these beliefs come from? that is creating these patterns of things you don't want. And what you'll see, and this is what I help my clients see, is those moments, those pivotal moments in their upbringing, while of course they have a reaction and they go into a sort of a survival mechanism, on the flip side of that, this is what's so amazing about our brains and about us as human beings. On the flip side of that is growth. So you have both. You have, of course, this brilliant mind as a kid who decided this is what needed to happen in order to survive and to navigate the circumstances of your childhood. And that survival mechanism, keeps playing itself out, which of course no longer serves you. And so it's seeing how that specific survival mechanism can also be used for your growth. And it's even cooler, how that actually led to your unique perspective. This is what contributes to your gifts. And you're born with certain gifts, but then you also develop gifts through your upbringing, through your experiences, through childhood, through adulthood. So that experience that you had that kind of shaped, what you thought and believed and felt about yourself. Of course, you create, a survival mechanism as a kid, but then at the same time, that experience led you down a certain path. It led you to be interested in certain things, to study certain topics, to pursue different experiences. And so that's when you start to see what a gift it was instead of seeing it as a negative thing. And so it's really being able to flip it around and see how it shaped who you are, how it shaped your perspective, and then seeing how that is what you could tap into. And that is already what you're tapping into. Not, again, a lot of times this is unknown to you. It's unseen to you. This is how you lead your clients to their results. And when you lead from this shifts your marketing, because when you lead from this, you see it's from you. It's not from some strategy outside of you. It's not from some book. It's not from some other coach or mentor. This is unique to you, and you're the only one that can do this, which gives you authority, which means you have confidence in what you're doing and confidence in your offer, confidence in who you are and what you stand for and what you're about, and the transformation that you facilitate and the standards that you demand for the types of clients that you attract, as well as the types of clients that are in your practice. And that shifts how you show up in your marketing, how you show up in your business. And the cool thing is it also shifts how you show up in your relationships. I have so many examples of this in my practice where we shifted, how my clients, they have these amazing gifts and they kind of have some sense of it, but they're not really super clear about how it leads to specific results for their clients or how it's integral to their process, because it's just what they do. And as we uncover it and they see the value of what they do and how powerful it is, it changes their entire being. And that changes how they interact with their partners, which changes their relationship with their partners. So if they're coming from, a place of maybe deferring to their partner for permission or just being a little bit more submissive, they start to shift that and they raise to be on the same level, and their partner changes to reflect that too. And that, of course, changes how they show up in their marketing. So they're not putting out that vibe of attracting, clients just to do, to kind of take their time, and, clients that want you to do more work than they want to do. So it's getting rid of that people-pleasing mechanism, which of course is integral to what is necessary for most of us in childhood. Is we learn what is necessary to survive, what is necessary to belong, what is necessary to accept, what's acceptable behavior. So it's being able to uncover that and then act against it, and at the same time see how incredibly powerful what you did in response to that was, and how that is exactly how you lead your clients to their incredible results. So it shifts from the inside out, of course. You can do all the outside things and it won't shift the inside. So if you are noticing, those up and down sales, clients that are just kind of not that much fun to work with, it's going to, of course, come from within. And again, that's what I do with my clients. And when we do this, this doesn't mean you have to go into like years of therapy and uncover all this garbage, uncover all this stuff. It just means being willing to be led to a deep exploration and then to act immediately afterwards. So it's taking immediate action and counter to the old pattern to create that new pattern. And when you do this, this is what happens with my clients. They get results, they change. Like people start reaching out to them. People come up to them in parking lots. They start getting, people wanting to get on sales calls with them and making sales. So, and it wasn't an outside in. Like we didn't, we did this first. We didn't work on their marketing. We didn't work on their messaging. We did this first. And that naturally came out of that was how they guide their clients, which then helped us shape her program and her offer. And then, of course, that's what came through when she shared about what she did. It came naturally. So I would love to hear your questions, comments, thoughts, and send me a DM if you're ready to just get into the zone of only doing what you're super excited about, facilitating the transformation that you're passionate about, that you're here on this planet to facilitate, and to the types of people that you know will get the best results with your process. Got it? All right, friends. Can't wait to hear from you. Talk to you soon.